Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. While hospitalisations and ICU admissions are thankfully not increasing as fast as COVID cases, they are both rising significantly, so this delay was inevitable. According to Public Health England, the Delta variant appears to be about 50% more infectious and reduces the protection against infection from one vaccine dose to just 33%. As a single dose is therefore less effective, by what date does he expect all adults to be fully vaccinated with both doses? And would that not be a more appropriate time for the removal of all restrictions, rather than setting another arbitrary date when younger adults will not be fully protected? So how did we end up here? Having ignored the Scottish Government policy of all arrivals undergoing hotel quarantine, the Secretary of State then delayed adding India to the UK's red list at the same time as Pakistan and Bangladesh. He previously claimed it was because of greater positivity rates among travellers from Bangladesh and Pakistan, but this is not borne out by the published data. Between the 25th of March and the 7th of April, the test positivity of arrivals from India was 5.1%. Lower than Pakistan at 6.2%, but significantly higher than Bangladesh at 3.7%. Was the delay not just because the Prime Minister was still clinging to his plan for a trade visit to India? The whole point of border quarantine is to protect the UK from variants that might be more infectious or show resistance to vaccine-induced immunity. So having allowed the Delta variant to enter and become the dominant strain in the UK, does he not recognise that the government's border strategy has failed?
Well, I thought that the right honourable gentleman on the front bench opposite was Captain Hindsight, but seriously, this argument is completely divorced from reality. The data that she has just recommended to the House, Mr. Speaker, is data about what happened between the 25th of March and the 7th of April. And she complains about a decision the government made on the 2nd of April, because we didn't know of the data up to the 7th of April. So she brings to this House information from after a decision was taken and asks why it wasn't taken into account for that decision. And the answer is because it hadn't happened yet.
Greg Smith.